So this is a day that I have been dreading for like at least the last month or so. Over the past couple weeks, one of my favorite bands, Issues, who are a metalcore / R&B band. I know it sounds kind of weird, but if you know them, you know what I'm talking about. Love their style. I love everything about them pretty much. Huge fan for a couple years now. And basically, over the last couple weeks, they've been kind of acting a little bit weird on their social media. More particularly, their unclean vocalist, Michael Bohn, would be tweeting some weird things. He took Issues out of his Twitter bio and said that he is not a public figure, and apparently, like, he wasn't following any of the band members and they stopped following him. I don't know all the specific details like that, but basically it seemed like they were kind of cutting ties with him, and they've also been posting a lot of photos in the studio because I know they're working on their next album, and none of those pictures included Michael, so I was kind of suspicious already, and a lot of fans were. Everybody's been kind of freaking out lately, but we didn't really have any confirmation, and it really sucks because people would ask him, like, did you leave Issues? Are you still in Issues? And he said a few times that he didn't leave Issues. Now, he did not leave Issues. That doesn't mean that he's still in Issues. And basically that was him just kind of alluding to the fact that he didn't necessarily leave the band, but that he got kicked out of the band. And I didn't believe it at first, obviously, until I saw a full statement from the band, which of course they posted today, long statement from the rest of Issues, and then of course Michael's separate statement. And I just want to say one thing, even if it's not really like a huge dramatic, like a horrible situation or a falling out between these band members, I feel like they kind of sugarcoated it in this post. I don't really understand how they can just kick out a member because of like differences. Like, I don't know, I've obviously never been in a band or anything like that, but it just kind of, it doesn't feel right to me. I feel like, you know, this doesn't all add up. There's something that they're missing here. I can't even imagine Issues without Michael, because that's one of the reasons, one of the primary reasons I like their music is because they blend like the R&B, you know, Tyler Carter stuff with the heavier, you know, instrumentals, and of course Michael's screaming, which just adds so much to their music, and it makes them kind of more unique and just stand out, and that's what drew me to them. I love his voice. I absolutely love his voice, and just to see them kind of basically make it sound like it's nothing when it obviously has been a big deal. They're just like, oh, we're going in a different direction than him, so we told him to leave the band. Like, what? I don't know how you could just kick out a member. I'm just kind of spewing my thoughts here right now, so I apologize this isn't like a super structured video, because I am a true fan of this band. I was kind of shocked, but I did see it coming over the last month. I just didn't know when they were gonna announce it. I kind of do wish that they would have left this drama in 2017, but I understand they didn't want to kind of bring us down towards like all the holidays and everything like that. They saved it for the new year, which still sucks. I mean, new year, new issues, but like, I'm not really on board with that. They also stated, the band stated that like, this is not them saying that they're going to be moving into like a bubblegum pop direction or anything like that, but I feel like that's kind of hard to believe, because I can't imagine, like I said, I can't imagine them without Michael. And they also said that, you know, for their live performances, they're gonna obviously still be playing older material, but just with someone else, I guess, filling in on those parts, which I love the stage presence that Tyler Carter and Michael Bohn have had. They just have such a bond on stage, and it's just so fun to watch, and I'm lucky that I got to see them a couple of times, and most recently, just a few months ago, I think in October, I got to see them live. That was probably their last US tour, obviously, with all of the band members, so, I don't know, I just can't imagine how it's gonna be different for them playing those, you know, older songs. And like with the new material, like what are they gonna be planning on doing without a unclean vocalist? Like, I know AJ can also scream, but I can't really see him taking over completely. They also didn't mention anything about that. I honestly just don't really know what to expect on their upcoming album or music or anything. It kind of gets under my skin that they basically made him leave the band for I don't even know what reason. I will post a link to their statement down in the description, and I'm also going to read a little bit from that. We are all aware of how the internet rumor machine tends to spin its web, but the whole truth behind this amicable yet difficult decision to part is that our band is developing musically in a direction that put us at odds with each other creatively. Though sometimes beautiful in its contrast, the bigger picture began to be artistically irreconcilable. So I don't know, they're just kind of making it seem like they had creative differences, but like, it's just weird to me that, you know, only one member of the band like had the creative differences, and that was such a big problem that they actually felt the need to remove him from their lineup. Like, I don't know what actually went down here. But like I said, Michael had been tweeting some sort of cryptic things lately, just kind of saltiness and kind of like he was subtweeting, you know, other members of the band. And I don't know, I have a feeling that this just didn't go smoothly. I don't think he wanted to leave Issues, obviously. You can tell by his statement, just the overall tone there. He says, "First off, I want to make it clear that I did not leave Issues. It was brought to my attention that the band wanted to go in a different direction and that they would be moving on without me." That just like, I don't know, man, that doesn't sit well with me. Like, that really sounds so bad. Like, they're just like out of nowhere, like after all these years, they're just like, yeah, we don't need you anymore. Like, what does that even mean? Does that mean they're not gonna have any like screaming vocals at all? I'm sure they're gonna have some, but like, Michael was such a core member, and I don't know, I'm just rambling at this point, but those are my thoughts on this. I feel like it doesn't all add up. I feel like there was obviously some more drama or tension over the last few months or something like that that kind of caused this rift. I wish it didn't have to happen this way. Like I said, they're one of my favorite like modern bands, and I don't know if I really care to like see them live again if they're gonna have some random person filling in for Michael. It's never gonna be the same again. And it sucks to say that. Obviously, I'm going to still support Issues. I want to see what they have to offer on their upcoming album. If you saw my last video, I talked about my most anticipated music in 2018, and obviously Issues was one of my picks. I'm obviously still going to be looking forward to whatever they have to put out. I'm going to be checking it out, listening to it, and hopefully liking it still. I don't know, man. This kind of changes a lot. One member, but he was a pretty big part of this group, and one of the major reasons I like their sound is because of his voice. Michael also stated that he will be teaming up with Kevin Hansen, a former member of Woe Is Me, which if you guys didn't know, Woe Is Me was actually the band that Tyler Carter and Michael were both in before Issues was a thing. So to see him like going back to one of those members, I'm kind of curious to see what they're going to be doing. If it's going to be more of a metalcore project, I definitely want to check it out. I'm very curious, like I said. That's exciting. I mean, I think it's great that Michael's still going to be doing something musically. It would suck for him to just, you know, after everything, after all the progress the band has made, for him to just kind of be kicked to the curb with like nothing. So it's good that he's going to be trying to like do something else creatively, which I definitely will be looking forward to and checking out if it does come out in 2018. I don't know when they plan on releasing anything, but obviously I am excited for it. But yeah, I think that's pretty much everything I have to say about this news. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section. If you're a fan of Issues, does this change anything for you? How do you feel about it? What do you think their next album's going to be sounding like? And what do you think actually went down between these members? But with that said, I think that's going to be all for me today. I will continue to support both parties here. I just don't know what's going to go on in the future, but obviously I do hope for the best. Thanks so much everyone for watching this video. Consider subscribing if you're into the same music as me. I make videos about bands, concerts, vinyl, all that kind of stuff. So if you are interested, make sure to stick around, and I will see you guys next time.